Back from the dead. Back from the dead. Back from the dead.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the podcast. It is Ghost Girl Diaries with yours truly, Krystal Leandra. Tonight is not our typical paranormal podcast. It's going to be kind of cool. We're doing something a little bit different because I had a really cool filming adventure this summer, and I wasn't allowed to say anything until recently, literally till Monday. And I wanted to bring on a really cool surprise guest who was there with me for this filming project. So I'm going to bring in Ashley right now. Hello, Ashley. How are you?
Thank you very much for having me. I'm doing great.
Yes, we had so much fun. So we met accidentally over the summer, and everybody let me know how like audio is on your side because we're using like a different program for Ashley tonight. But I think we're okay. Oh, no audio. Kat said, just kidding. Never mind. So I think we're okay. Let me know. I'll wait a second. I'll hold off. Oh, wait. No. Okay. Oh, Kat says I had my computer muted. Yeah.
Oh.
There's no audio that way. You know what I mean? So, so Ashley and I met this summer by accident. Well, I guess it was kind of almost fallish, right? And we both got cast to be in a Motionless in White music video. Like,
That's the coolest thing.
never in your wildest dreams, right? Like, we never expected it. So you were like, you came the furthest. Like, everybody else
Actually, no.
There was more?
I think there was somebody who came from Texas and somebody who came from Ohio.
Wow. I didn't meet
Yeah.
those people. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So where did you come from?
I came from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Still a trek.
It was. And you were like flew out the night before and like you were in LA and it was like bam, you were there.
Yeah, I found out Sunday afternoon that they had accepted my application to be on there. And I didn't know because I had given up at that point because it was like 3 days. And then I get a text message at like 6 o'clock at night going, hey, or at least 6 my time, and going, hey, can you make it? Did you get my email? And I was like, I haven't checked my email. So I checked, they accepted, and I was like, all right, buying tickets.
We're going.
We're going.
And if anyone doesn't know, so Motionless in White is like a goth metal band, right? Like they are their own genre, really. Like I don't think they really have a lot of competition. Like they're on tour right now with 9 Inch Kills and or Ice Nine Kills, I'm sorry, and Black Veil Brides, right? Yep.
Yeah.
And then I think in this moment was with them for like the first like half C part of the tour. And
Yeah.
not all. I think
Trey is gonna be.
Yes.
It was Lilith Czar. Lilith Czar was the first leg of the Trinity of Terror tour, and then who was the opener last time? We Came as Romans was that.
And they just did the big one in Vegas too, like the We Are Young.
Red Rocks.
Or We Were Young. Yeah.
And then in this moment was with that Red Rocks.
Yeah.
It's for like this like birthday bash thing.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Red Rocks is crazy. That was weird. That was their opener because I'm from Colorado, so that was like that. And Red Rocks is so haunted too, so it was like crazy to see them there. I was like crazy. So we both got cast to be in this, and we're on set that day. And so you talk about like your trek. So you literally like booked an airplane like the night before, and you're like flying out, and like so tell me about it.
So I originally had those days off just because, so I didn't have to worry about getting off of work. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm going to take those days back. And they're like, oh, okay. And I was like, don't worry about it. It's fine. You'll figure it out later. And and then I was just like, well, a few days before I had posted on TikTok like that I would follow them to the ends of the earth because they are just phenomenal. And then I get accepted, so I was like, put up or shut up kind of situation.
Right. I had an interesting
And
trek in myself too, and it was like I thought mine was gonna be easy because I'm coming from Vegas. I'm only a few hours away, and it's like but I didn't hear last minute. I had a feeling. I knew that I was gonna be there. I knew I was coming in. But for you coming in from Wisconsin, that is commitment. That is actual. You were not there to play.
no, it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. It felt like, so I was like, I had to go full force. I got there about 6. I got into the Burbank airport about 6 o'clock the night before. I was texting, I think her name, I don't remember her name, who was never sending us our messages. I was like, hey, I'm landing in Burbank from Wisconsin, and can you tell me what time I have to be there?
Mhm.
And thankfully, she got my message, got back to me super quickly, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to get to my hotel, and I'm going to go to bed right away.
Yeah, I'm tired. Right?
We had to be there at 8 a.m. in full glam,
Yeah.
which anybody who does goth glam knows that it does not take.
No.
It's not easy.
It's not. I did not even do my makeup until I got into LA. And
Which that looked phenomenal for being done in your car.
Oh my god. So I did a couple TikTok videos on just like some really funny stuff, which unfortunately poor Ashley witnessed all of these horrors that I went through. So it's really great that I had, someone witnessing all my trauma the whole time. Like you were right there up close and personal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, especially for that one, because after I came up to you and I was like, I wear gems because of you. You're like, who is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. So we'll talk about that too. But so I'm standing there and I was like, when I'm filming, I'm like in the zone. Like anybody that's watching me from Ghost Girl Diaries knows, like when I'm on set, like I've been doing it for years, like I'm in the zone. And so Ashley, like I saw you looking at me, and I assumed like there were some other people that knew me from Ghost Girl Diaries. Like people notice me. It's fine. Like, but you didn't come up to me, and I was like, I think she wants to say something. And then you came up to me and you were like, I wear gemstones because of you. And my brain was like not computing. Like I was like, I think that means she follows me on social media, but like I don't know. Like my brain was like could not figure it out. And finally, like it was like 10 minutes went by and I looked at you and I was like, so like you know me from TikTok? Like I didn't know what to say.
I was like, yes, I follow you from TikTok.
And I was like, oh, okay, got it. And then we were just like instantly, that was it. We were like clone, which I wanted to get to know you anyway, because so Ashley, I want to talk about the different genres of goth, because I feel like people don't realize there's so many genres of goth. And I think that's really important. I also think it was so important that they had such diversity on the set. I think that was really important.
Yes.
Ashley was the only cyber goth on set, and when you could spot her from the other side of the room. Like she was amazing. Like she had the coolest outfit on, and I was like, and she had like Beetlejuice green dreads in her hair. Like I was like, I want to be her friend. And then when you came up to me, I was like, did she like hear my thoughts or something? Like I was like freaked out. And we just like became instant friends on set, and that was it. It was just meant to be.
It was fantastic.
It was so fun. So, okay, let's back up. So we had to be on set at 8. My story was crazy. I know I talked about it on TikTok.
Yeah, yours is way worse than mine.
I don't even know how that happened. So I left Vegas at 2 a.m. because once again, we had to be on set at 6. It was going to be about a 4-hour drive, but driving to LA, you just don't know. You never know what's going to happen. And thank God I know that. So I went to bed extra early, got up extra early, and like started the drive, and then found out on I-15 that a prisoner, a convict, had escaped from the prison in Jean, Nevada, which is like the town right on the border of California. So a prisoner escaped. At the same time, I'm driving to LA for a music video shoot, and he like hijacked a truck from somebody and like took off down the highway. And they had the entire highway on both sides completely like blocked off. You couldn't get through. And there were police, and he had like a shootout with police, and it was just, that was it. It was blocked off. And I was like, of all the days that I decide I have to go to LA at 2 a.m., it has to be today. Like, there's a convict on the loose, you know what I mean? So then it rerouted me to this other, which I've been this other back way, which isn't bad. But then because everyone was rerouted that way, there was another accident. And so it was like, if you continue this route, you will be 45 minutes late. And I was like, well, I can't be late. So it took me through the canyon of Burbank. And I haven't even been in that canyon. And by the way, there's no guardrails. Like, you're going up and down mountains. And people are driving like crazy LA drivers. So it was like, I was waiting for someone to fly off the side of the cliff. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. And there's no service up there. So like Surrey wasn't working. I had no idea. I didn't know where I was. I was like, I'm going to be late. I couldn't even call Kat, like crying, like my sister. And so I finally get to the bottom of the mountain and I'm like, oh my God, that was horrible. And so now I am a little late. But it's okay. And so I get to the parking lot and it was like one of those drives where you were clenching so hard, your whole body. You know what I mean? Like, you had those drives, you know what I mean? You just like, and I got there and I was like shaking. And so like, I got out of the car. I actually did my makeup on my car because I was like, I just need air. I need a lot of air, like after that.
Yeah.
But so we get on set, it's like 8 a.m. and they have like a big group of people. I would say there was probably like 30 or 40 people there for extras.
Yeah. That's my guess. That's what I've been saying.
And they go through and they start handpicking people for to be in like the special group of the special filmed stuff. And that you and I were chosen for this like special group. And probably because we were dressed so loud and like, you know, let's just be real. You can always kind of tell who like the real goths are versus like the not goths, right?
Yeah, everybody did a fantastic job. It was like a fashion show.
It was.
The entire time. Everybody was beautiful. But you could tell people who are kind of like weekenders, as you can call it, or also had never been in full glam before.
It's true. Well, and goth glam is like heavy, dark makeup and like just crazy costumes. Essentially, you're just totally dressed up. So that's how Ashley and I met. So like we got there, we literally like dropped our belongings and then we were filming. Like it was quick.
They're like, group A, all right, cool, come on.
Yep.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yep. I didn't even have time to like double check anything on myself. I was like, have to go right now. And then we started meeting other people and like there was some emo / alt people that were not comfortable in goth, you know, because they'd been hired to be an extra. And like Ashley and I were just like, no, like you look great, like it's okay, like don't stress about it. Ashley and I were just hyping everybody up, like no, like you look good.
Yeah, because that's true goth or alt fashion. We all know what it's like to get bullied and picked on, so we're the ones who are going to be like, no, you look freaking phenomenal. You came out, you had the guts to do that. Right on.
Yeah, it was awesome. Everybody looked great. It was fun. We made lots of friends. It was so much fun. And so talk about like, you were like, we tried to get you as a werewolf. We tried to get Ashley as a werewolf.
And unfortunately, even though my hair being green was absolutely glorious, doesn't work very well with green screen. You can actually tell in the music video, because there's another girl in there who had a few that had half green, half black, and their hair turns like this grayish blue in the video. So.
Yeah, so we were like trying to get yeah, you have a pretty good following on TikTok too. So I'm gonna add hers. It's GingerPixie420. You guys can find her. That's Instagram. Is it the same for TikTok?
Yep.
Okay. She has a pretty good following. So Ashley does goth, like cyber goth makeup and dancing. And she was like such a good dancer. We were trying to get her up there as a werewolf and she couldn't do it because she had green in her hair. And so it would have blended with the green screen. And, but we still had fun. We still had so much fun. What was your favorite part about like all of that?
Well, my favorite part is living my fangirl dreams, and I got to give Chris a hug. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. That made the entire trip worth it.
And I hid from him. It's fine. Yeah, you're right. 100%. Yeah.
I watched that entire thing.
Oh God.
Because I know you already explained it on your TikTok, But from my perspective, I just watch him beeline around the room, and I'm following him, of course. And I watch and I see, because we were standing together, and they had moved you to the back.
Oh yeah, Ashley. So
because we
Ashley
needed
and I,
you.
yeah, we were in this group A, and we were like, so now we're in like a more relaxed time to film, right? It's more of a relaxed time to film. And they were like, okay, guys, just like go up by the stage. And so Ashley and I were like, oh, good. We don't have to work. You know what I mean? Like, because when you're working, you're like, they make you pose and you have to stand a certain way and you have to act. And they were like, no, just go have fun. And so Ashley and I like beelined it. And we're both wearing like, Ashley has like 6-inch Damanias on. And I had like 6-inch black leather boots on, and we're both just like running to the stage. I think we just wanted to stand. We just didn't want to do anything. We just wanted to break for 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're standing there, and we were locked arms. Like we were like, no one's moving us. Like I'm just gonna stand here. And then that's when the band came out. The band came out, and everyone's like screaming, "Oh my God!" You know what I mean? And I really don't have anything bad to say working on set with it. It was amazing. I mean, like, there's a lot of people, so there's going to be a lot of shuffling of people and moving people around. That's going to take time, but that was like I'm a filmmaker. I've been in film for years, and that was like one of the best, most fun experiences like I have ever had on set.
It was so nice. The entire crew, the band was really nice. Like they were genuinely caring about everybody who was there. Like they mingled around to make sure that everybody was just like, hey, yeah, I see you. Thank you very much for being there. So that was wonderful, because sometimes they'll be a little bit standoffish, but it was a wholesome time, which made it feel more comfortable.
Yeah, they recognized you from TikTok too. They recognized you. They knew you from your account, which was really cool. Like no, but that's cool. You know what I mean? Like it makes them more down to earth and not like snooty, like celebrity style. You know what I mean? So
yeah. It's easier to see them as people than as idols, I guess.
So what happened next? So I had done a few touch-ups, mainly like powder touch-ups here and there. And
as
but you know what sucked about that, seriously, is that I couldn't bring my makeup in the green screen room for obvious reasons. Like, if you spill it in the green screen room, like, you're in trouble. But I would have to, like, I mean, that was I don't know if you watched me run in and out of there, but that was a jaunt back and forth. I mean, like, and then, of course, it's like, hurry, hurry, hurry. You have to run and go get this and come back and, like, hurry. And you're like, okay, I'm in 6-inch heels. Okay, great. So I did it. It was fine. It was fun. It was a different experience. And so we were standing up front together because you and I were just, like, totally cloned at that point. And it was weird because everybody kept coming up to us. Like, people loved us. And I think it's because we were so obnoxious.
But we're, like, obnoxiously nice.
Actually, I love that. Actually, okay, so let me tell you the truth. This is something I haven't told Ashley yet. Something that I loved about Ashley, like I know you're younger than me anyway, but this was your first official like film shoot, right?
Yeah.
And
I am Midwestern.
And Ashley's standing next to me, and you reminded me of my younger self when I first got into film, and that's where I was like, I have to be friends with her, because Ashley's looking around and she's like, the cameras are so exciting. Like the cables on the floor are exciting. She's like, I don't know how, but I want to get in film. Like I'm obsessed with this now. And I was like, oh my God, I said that when I was 25. I love you. You're just like me. Like I was literally like, I just want to like keep you. In fact, I did give an invite to Ashley to possibly go with us ghost hunting, right? That's in the works.
Yes, I would love to.
And she's like, and I love Ashley because she's her own person, her own personality, and the cyber goth thing, like she has her own style. And I think that's important in goth too, because like you own it. Like you have to be confident in that. Okay, that's a good one. Let's segue into this. Let's segue into genres of goth.
Yes.
So I immediately asked you, I said, are you cyber goth? Like I didn't want to offend you because like I didn't know. And you were like, yes, I identify as cyber goth.
I do. That is my main aesthetic, and that it has been my longest running since I first delved into the goth community. But honestly, Victorian and romantic goth always will have a place in my little vampire heart.
Right, yeah. That, and then I would say, so on set, I think the two most common genres of goth, of people dressed up, were vampire for sure. Huge. There was, and it's so funny too, because all of the genres gathered together. Did you see it? It was like...
We really did. Like you said, there was like from emo to like romantic goth. Like there was a guy in like a top hat and he had a coat. He lost the top hat eventually.
Very Bram Stoker. Very Bram Stoker for sure. Yeah.
Yes, that guy.
And he was in like the vamp. There was like a
trad goth.
Yep. Oh God, there was a bunch of trad goths and like almost like rave goth too, like mixed together. Ashley was the only cyber goth. There was only really a couple of us that were goth glam. Sasha was one. I'm one. I think that was about it. There was maybe one or two more. And then the rest was witchy goth. Witchy goth is very aesthetic too.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Just because everybody loves being in a corset.
Yeah, but it was like everyone was like, so the witchy goths were together, and then the vampire goths were together, and then you have like goth glams. There's only a few of us, and so I didn't really have a place. You know, we're like independent, and so Ashley's by herself, cyber goth, and so we're just like all. So Ashley and I are like, well, we're hanging out now. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. And everyone was so cool. I think they wanted to be around us. We were really making sure there was a lot of like the emo alt kids that did not know how to dress goth, that wore very hot PVC outfits. So I don't know if you guys are familiar. It's like the fake latex essentially. And I mean, latex is hot too, but PVC is like a thick plastic and it sticks to your body, and you definitely don't want to wear that on set. And they were really like pouring sweat through this PVC. And then they didn't want to go to the bathroom because their pants were stuck to their body. You know what I mean? And then they were getting dehydrated from like not peeing and like suffering. And so Ashley and I are getting like cups of water. Like, you have to drink water. Like, you can't like they're like, we're going to pass out. We're like, don't pass out. Please don't pass out.
Yeah.
So
PSA, if you need to get your PVC pants down, roll them. Do not push them. They just roll right back up.
That's literally what they were like, how do I get these off? They're stuck. And me and Ash like, you have to roll it like a towel. Roll it so that it rolls back up. And they were like, thank you guys so much. Like, it was pretty funny. It was pretty good.
They eventually did go to the bathroom and we were able to drink more wine.
Because we were like, you cannot sit here and suffer for like 3 more hours not peeing. Yeah. You'll die and then you'll get dehydrated. And like, that would be embarrassing on the set of Motionless and White to pull up with an ambulance.
You'd be the person who passed out.
Yeah. So, okay, so then what happened after that? So Ashley and I are locked in arms at the stage. I can't wait to hear your perspective of this, honestly, because this is just going to be great. So I'm standing there with Ashley and somebody, I think it was like a PA. I'm not sure what it was. But he came over. He asks me to come with him. And Ashley's like face just went sad. She was like, no, I don't want you.
She should be in the front stage. And then they just took you all the way to the back. I was like, well, that's not fair.
I was in the back corner. Like, I was furthest. And I was like, why am I back here? And he was like, someone needs a lip touch up. And I was like, oh, okay. So, and he was like, we're going to keep you back here in case someone needs a makeup touch up. So like, it's easier for you to like not be in the middle of the crowd and leave. I was like, okay, that's fine. So I took off running again and I went and got another lippy, came back in, did the lip touch up, went back to my spot. And to be honest, I was really happy because I had been running, okay, full on jogging, like sprinting back and forth. And it was hot anyway. There's fog machines. It's just hot. We were hot. So there's a lot of bodies on set, you know? And so I was like already, and then on top of that, I'm doing makeup runs. And I'm in 6-inch heels running back and forth. So I felt just like sweaty. You know what I mean? Like I just felt, you know, the feeling you're just melted. I felt melted and I didn't have time to fix my own makeup. And so I personally was avoiding Chris Motionless like the plague, willingly. Ask Ashley, right? She met him before I did. He walked over to Ashley and I turned around and walked the other way and left Ashley.
Yeah, she just like left, and I was just like, what's going on? But as like you're back there, I see him beeline to the back of the room. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, he's going for her, because he had been like bouncing to the bigger name people that, at least in my opinion, are like idols, and he was like bouncing around to them, and he was like, he hadn't got to you yet. He beeline back there.
That's because I kept going the other way. That's because I kept going the other way.
And he's like on a mission, it seems like, and then he like stops and like he's like standing there because he's like trying not to be intimidating. He's trying to be like, hey, like I'm not, I come in peace.
I think he knew.
Like, from him standing.
I think he knew I was avoiding him though, because he had tried to come up to me a few times, and I was like, no, leaving. So Chris Motionless is the lead singer of the band, by the way, and
oh yeah,
he's commented on my TikTok quite a few times too. I've actually met him, I don't remember what year it was, through acquaintances in LA. It was either 2015 or 2017. I can't remember when it was. And Motionless and White wasn't that big at that point. And I was kind of a snobby producer at that point anyway. And like, I wasn't a good person. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of glad, like, maybe he doesn't remember me. I don't know. But, so yeah, I was in the back corner. And I was relieved because I was like, okay, he's not gonna, thank God. I am so far away at this point. He's not gonna come up to me. I'm good to go. I was just waiting to get a break to be able to like fix my face. Cause I mean, I was sprinting for like 2 hours straight. I was so hot. And so I'm over here and I'm like keeping my eye on him because I'm trying to avoid him. And by the way, this wasn't a fangirl thing. It was, no. I would never present myself to anybody looking melted. You know what I mean? Like.
But it's like he understands everybody's melted. So that's cool. I know, it's embarrassing. But it's an impression.
Well, I'm a cosmetologist, so that just makes it worse. You know what I mean? Just makes it worse.
I guess.
So I was like, no, wait. I'm going to let Ashley.
Just was like.
So I'm in the corner and I'm like so relieved, seriously, because I'm like, oh good, like I can see everybody, I don't have to run from anybody. And all of a sudden they're like, okay, we're gonna like take 5 or whatever, and I see Chris, the lead singer, jump off the stage, and my eyes are just like, oh God, like I just had this feeling. I was like, oh God. And I was like, no, just don't come this way, because I was the only one in this corner, like I was by myself. And all of a sudden he turns right, and he starts heading right towards me. And I was like, sheer panic, just like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And so I was standing by some other people, and I start shifting these people. I was like, they probably thought I was like bossy. I was like, hey, can you move like this way and I'll swap you? And like, I did it to like 2 or 3 people, I like moved them. And so now I'm hiding, like, so it's like a graveyard scene. I'm hiding behind one of the paper mache trees on set. It's like a 6-foot tree. And by the way, I mean, there was only like 3 blonde people on set. So if I think I was going to hide that well, that was really stupid. No. You know what I mean?
And you are the blondest of the blonde.
And I was like, he's not going to see me. And so in the meantime, you're watching this whole thing unfold. You saw the whole thing.
I saw you just like turn and go, huh? Because he had closed the gap. Like you had stopped paying attention for a second. He closed the gap and he's like, hi. And you're just like,
no, he cornered me in. I had nowhere to run to. I was like, oh, God. It's not funny.
And obviously, I'm all the way across. I don't know exactly what's going on. And it was the funniest thing.
You knew.
Like,
yeah, you knew.
Hi. And you're just like,
so he was literally like behind the tree, and I think he knew something was wrong, because he kept looking me in the eye like, what is wrong with you? Like, and I was like, a lot. There's a lot of things wrong.
A lot.
There's a lot of trauma. So I'm standing there, and
it's all about the trauma.
I was like hiding behind the tree, and all of a sudden he was like, hey, and I ignored him. I was like, please just go away, just go away. And then he's like, hey, I know you. And I was like, and then all of a sudden, like, his head pops out from beside the tree. It's like, it was so bad. It was so bad. So in my head, I was like, okay, I can either run really fast away, or I can just like suck it up and deal with it. And I was standing there and he was like, he could tell something was wrong. Like, that's the most embarrassing part. He was like, what is she doing? What is she doing? And I was like, fine. So I was like, it's too late. Like, I can't run now. And so I put my hand out to like shake his hand and like thank him for, you know, letting me be there. And I think he didn't know what I was going to do because I kept hiding behind the tree. And so
he's like, oh, now you want in there.
Yeah, I think he was like he like his eyebrows were kind of turned in, like, what is she doing? You know what I mean? And so I think he wasn't expecting me to walk towards him. So I walked towards him and I had my hand out and he tripped over the paper mache tree trying to get to me because I'm an idiot, honestly, because I had to hide behind a tree.
At least you didn't fall into him trying to jump over a tiny tumbleweed.
Oh my God, that's right. There was the tumbleweeds. You almost took one home.
I wanted to, but I don't think
Ashley was gonna fly with a tumbleweed.
Plane.
Oh my God, I told you should have. You could say it's your emotional support tumbleweed.
No, because when I went to go give him a hug, I tripped over the tumbleweed and I like fell into him, and it was a fun time.
Oh my God, it was so funny. So after I was mortified by that, actually it was okay. It wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? Like, but I shouldn't have done what I did, but it's fine. I did.
I think the last interaction was a little bit worse than that.
With me?
High five.
Oh my God. Okay, wait a second. All right. I was trying to be respectful of his energy.
Best of intentions.
Oh my God.
But you'll get the reprieve, but it's just like in most like fandom, I guess, he seems to be notorious hugger. Everybody thinks he loves the hugs. We don't know, but obviously he does.
But see, I'm not into the fandom thing, so how would I know that? You know what I mean?
I know. So I thank you from yourself, I guess.
Yeah, well, I have celebrity friends, and I know how they are, and so, and you know, specifically hugger, okay? Let's just put that out there. And
I guess,
yeah. And so I was like just being respectful. And so at the end, I was actually wanting to leave. I was like trying to push Ashley to leave. I was like, I don't want to see him again. There's been enough trauma here. I don't want to go through. We're both laughing, okay? Because it's so bad. But we went to leave and someone was like, no, you need to like say goodbye. And we were like, okay. So we go get in line and we get up to him. We were at the end of the line too. And so you hugged him first, and he was really sweet. And I was like, dude, I am not going to make things weird again, okay? Like, I'm done being weird. And instead I made it weirder. Great. So, and Ashley was cool. Like, she was chill, but, like, a lot of people were really, like, throwing themselves at him. And I was watching this happen, and I was like, oh, my God. Like, I know he's a celebrity. I know he's a singer, but I'm just like, is he exhausted from everybody just like attacking him? You know what I mean?
It is a lot of draining energy, and I'm not the best, but I really try to be respectful because I have such a fear of like
Ashley, I tried to be respectful.
So I'm just like can I, this is like a moment for me, please. And he was super cool about it. Well,
you even were like, can I hug you? Like, can I hug you? Which is like really appropriate. It is. That's nice. Where I was, so then I get up to him. Oh God, honest to God, it's just bad. The whole thing is bad. So I'm like, I'm not going to hug him. I'm not like, we've made things weird enough. Let's not make this weirder. Okay. Like, I'm good. I am also a public figure. Let's just be chill, okay? Let's just be calm and be chill, okay? And so I go up to him, and I think he didn't know what to expect because, like, we had some weird interaction. And so I looked at him, and I was like, high five, good job. That's what I said. And I was like, good game, good job, good filming shoot. You know what I mean? And he was like, he looked so confused at me.
He was just like, oh, a high five? And then I just like, I take you, I'm just like, I push you. I'm like, no, you give that man a hug. And you're just like, so I made it worse.
Did you push me or kick me? I could have swore I...
Yes, I pushed you. I was like, go.
So I was like, no, he shocked me at first though, because I was like, high five, good job.
It was a second.
Yeah, I was like, good job. You know what I mean? Like, good film shoot. Like, that's what we do on set with us. You know, I was like, good job. And he was like, and then he was like, no hug. That's it. He was like, okay. And he almost looked offended.
He did look offended.
And then I got offended from him looking offended. Like, we were offended each other. Because it's true. You saw the whole thing happen. And
yes.
My jaw hit the floor. When he was offended, I was like, excuse me? Like, why are you offended? I'm trying to be nice here and not, like, be a crazy person, okay? And, so yeah, then I was like, okay, so then I'll give you a hug. And then I hugged him, and then Ashley threw me into him. It was great. And then we left, and it was really cool, though. Like, there's no complaints. Like, it was so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of dancing. We got some little mementos. I don't even have mine. I should have brought mine in here. Do you have yours?
Oh, I did.
I have it, but I don't know where. Well, I think it's in my bathroom. I know where it is.
Oh, I have it. 1 sec.
Do you have it? Mine's far.
Yes, I do. Mine's not that far. It's in the same room.
We got little take-home mementos from being on set. And, yeah, it was fun, though. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, though. I was really tired by the time. I was tired by the time we left. There it is. There it is.
Best $1,200 I've ever spent.
Ashley, I'm dead. Oh, her flight was very expensive. I need to go get mine. Now I feel left out. Hang on a second.
Yes. Oh, those are great.
Okay, I got it. Here's mine. We were both saying, like, when we came back, we're like, we have to make videos using these cups together. And
just nonchalantly, just
yeah, just random TikTok.
Gotta show the face.
Oh man, and did you get any other like weird footage that you were up there? Because the other thing I did was when they filmed behind my head, and I didn't know that they were doing that.
Sorry, what?
They filmed behind my head.
Oh yes, I have a couple of screenshots from that, and also Ricky posted on his YouTube channel today the behind the scenes of making Werewolf.
No.
And I did, yes.
Did
I
you watch
it? From that. I watched it like 6 times. Of course I did.
Are we in it?
And we're in it a lot.
No. Don't.
I was like, I did
not
realize
oh my god
how much he was filming.
What were we doing? I'm so scared. Oh my god.
It was at the very beginning and then a little bit towards the end. It's just like us chit-chatting in between scenes. And but it was great.
Great.
It was great.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Vanilla.
Oh my god. Do you want to share that? Yeah, so I got a little too comfortable on set. Let's just say that, okay?
We were talking.
Oh man, Ashley, I'm gonna die.
I am going.
Oh god.
Yes.
Oh,
you need to tell these stories.
Maybe I shouldn't have brought Ashley on tonight, guys, in case she's gonna spill all my secrets. No, I'm just kidding. Oh god. So
no.
we were having fun. Yeah, we were on set.
Yeah.
So we were helping people. This conversation started when we were helping people with fixing their harnesses.
Yeah. And we were just talking.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly.
And they were. It was like weird conversation, like, you know, like the emo alt kids were like, why do you wear harnesses? Like, why do goth people wear harnesses and stuff? And like, of course, out of that came like sex jokes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And like, and then Krystal decides, and then we started talking about coffee, and then somehow coffee got mixed with the sex jokes.
Oh yes, and the only reason you like vanilla is in your coffee.
I shouted really loud. I was like, somebody said like, oh, how do you like your coffee? And I was like, I just like mine with vanilla. But I was like, I'm only vanilla with my coffee or something.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, that's what it was.
But wait a sec. I said vanilla with my coffee. I said it so loud. Okay, I said it so loud that the whole room.
Everybody's heads turned.
Oh my god! The whole room stopped talking and turned and looked at the group. And then everyone's like, ho, 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 like laughing. And I was like, great. I'm glad that we could all laugh together. You know what I mean? It's fine.
But then the main person who the comment was directed towards, it unfortunately went right over their head.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just like, oh, you innocent poor little child. Thank you. Thank you for your innocence. It's needed in this world.
Oh my God, Ashley, I'm dead. Ashley was so cool though. She had like her head shaved on both sides. Do you still have it shaved on the sides?
I do. I need to grow it out. I get my hair re-tied on Sunday.
Oh my
so
God.
I get my dreads and everything redone.
You guys, she was so cool on set. She had like her head shaved on the sides. She had these like bright green, like black, white, green, purple dreads, like long. It was so cool. She had like the coolest outfit. And I was like, I want to be a cyber goth. And actually, I asked you a lot of questions about cyber goth to inspire my cyber goth look.
Yes, and you did a fantastic job with that.
Thank you.
I have not had the time to make my own like pigtail thing, so that's why I do dreads, because I'm also lazy.
Yeah.
Because it's the same but different.
That was a lot of work. I went all over trying to, because I was making I made my own cyber locks, which is like a project, but I couldn't find the product for it anywhere in the city. So I had to order everything online. And then like, there's a company in the UK that you can get like customized cyber locks, but it's really expensive. Like for you, my point of this conversation is Ashley as a cyber goth, it has got to be one of the most expensive genres of goth.
Yeah, because leather and buckles always make everything cost way more money. But the only thing is, for like neons are pretty cheap. You just tear a bunch of fishnets, and the more layers of fishnets you can do,
that's true.
The better.
That's true. I didn't think about that. That's cheaper and an easier way to do it. Oh,
sometimes there's hacks. Sometimes it's just expensive.
Well, the cyber locks are so specific if you're doing that. But like if you're like Ashley and you just get your hair tied and you have like dreads, and it just doesn't matter, right? Like it's fine.
Yeah.
But the cyber
locks.
locks.
I'll put some ribbons.
On the mask, I talked to Ashley about the mask, so I ended up getting like a spiked mask, but the respirators I know are really big for the cyber goths. I just didn't want to film with it because I felt like it was going to be heavy. And then the cyber goths usually wear like 2 different colors of contacts, so I did that. I'd like to do like a lime green one after you. That's my next goal.
Yes, I accidentally tore my lime green contacts recently, and I am waiting for new ones in the mail.
Yeah. And so Ashley does like dance. So how long have you been doing dance? Like talk a little bit about you and like what you do.
I'm an aerialist, so I do silks, hammock, hoop, and pole. I started as a hobby about 4 years ago, and recently, within the past year, became an instructor for my local studio. So I get to train with a whole bunch of big names in the world, and my favorite is pole and hoop.
But you're good at it, and I'm so intimidated by it. Like I was watching some of her videos, and like I told you on set, like I couldn't do it. I would fall on my face.
And that is a terrible mindset because nobody sees me from when I started. I couldn't do a pull-up. I couldn't hold myself on for more than 2 seconds. Everybody starts somewhere, and nobody's journey is linear. It is all about your mindset.
Yeah.
Yes, physicality will put, but we, at least at my studio, we like to pride ourselves on like a progression system. Mm-hmm. So everybody starts at a basic thing, and if you're safe and you build it, you eventually build the muscles to do something.
That's true.
Because even if you go to the gym, you can train your muscles and it'll be easier to lift yourself. But learning, it's like calisthenics and basic weightlifting. Using how to actually use your muscles instead of building muscles are 2 different things. So the only way to train it is to do it.
Mm-hmm. You guys need to go find her on TikTok because her videos are so cool. She does some cool stuff. So then let's talk about LA. So you've had family in LA, or you lived in LA, or both?
I was born in Escondido, California, and I lived there for a few years until my parents separated.
So you hadn't been in Cali for like a minute, you said, and you came.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like literally since like Rona happened, and so okay, wait, let's talk about like the end of the shoot happens. Like I have another awkward moment with Chris because that just continued over and freaking over again. My God. What's wrong with me? I wish I could just fix it and like erase it. I don't know what was wrong with me. So we decided to leave and we were like gonna go basically do like a crew dinner thing. And we get to the car and we are so hot from filming on set. And like obviously when you're goth, you have lots of layers. So we were both wearing like short biker shorts underneath. Like, so we're out in the parking lot and we're just like stripping, okay? Like literally, like I've got this huge tulle skirt on. I have this like 6-inch crown. I had the biggest crown on set. You know what I mean? Like we're just in the park like, oh my God, I'm so hot. I like pulled out my makeup wipes. We're like wiping our face off. Like it was like, you go from like goth glam to like just nobody, like all over. So fun.
Full hobo status.
Yeah, we were like done. In fact, you wore like half of my outfit in the restaurant or something.
I was like, I don't have an actual shirt because I didn't expect to go anywhere. So I was in a spiked bra. So after I took my leather top off, I was just in a bra and I was like, I can't go to a restaurant like this. You're like, oh, I haven't worn this yet. Here, take this top. Yeah. So I'm wearing the top and you're wearing the matching bottoms. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot.
Yeah, Ashley had this really cool like not Liberty spike, but like it was like a spiked like a spiked crown, like but bra form, and then like another crop top. But you were cool on set though, weren't you? Like you were smart.
I like to call my going out stuff tactically cute. So it's everything will stay in place. You're fully covered, but you're cool. Yeah. But also knee-high boots, leather boots, nobody's cool. Yeah. Honestly, everything's sweaty.
Well, you had thigh-high boots on, didn't you?
Yes, I had thigh-high boots and then like not really wearing a top, but my lower back still was very sweaty. So you couldn't get away from how hot it was.
I was running through there with this like low-high tulle skirt on. I looked like some like dark romantic Romeo and Juliet. Like you'd see Krystal running by and she's got like this crown and leather boots and a tulle skirt and dramatically running through like going to get makeup.
Oh no.
Oh my God, it was so funny. So we went to Buffalo Wild Wings after to go eat, and you hadn't really seen like the effects of LA after Rona. And you looked at me and you were like, oh my God, it is so bad here.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate.
It is. Homeless people, like there's people living in trailers and stuff, like they're just, and how are you going to fix it? You know what I mean? Like back to back to back to back. And it was, you were like, oh my God, this is crazy. I didn't realize like LA was so bad. And I was like, I just came here to film like a month ago and it was bad. And I don't ever want to live there now again after that. So I just wanted you to share your perspective. But we were driving and we bonded again. You and I just might as well be sisters at this point. Like we had so much.
There's so much trauma.
We bonded over and over. You know what I mean? Like
we're just driving, talking about how it's unfortunate how much the homeless population has increased, and it's just like Winnebago after Winnebago, and I'm looking at them, and I see a lady come out of one, and then it took me a second. I thought she was wearing tan pants, and she was not wearing any pants at all.
None.
And then
no undies.
And I had no filter. I was like, oh, that lady has no pants.
Yeah,
and Krystal's like, wait, what?
Ashley's like, Krystal, and I was like, what? She's like, that woman has no pants on, and I was like, what? And I like look over and like, oh yeah, she's streaking through the streets of LA, like everything is out. And I was like, oh, wow.
Not a care in the world though. No. And we were both like, well, I guess she's a little cooler.
She was not stressed at the situation at all. No. And there's just cars driving by. I'm just like, you know what? You live your life. You live your life free. You know what I'm saying? So you and I were like, all right, now I need some food, because that was it. That was my last bucket F, you know what I mean? Like I need food. And then we went and ate, and I don't know.
We almost got lost in the parking garage because we were like, where does this go?
Oh my God.
Luckily your Vegas casino knowledge saved us, which is fantastic.
I was like, she's like, where are we? I was like, I know how this is laid out. It's just like a Vegas casino, okay? I know where I'm going. And Ash is like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. I know how this is laid out.
I'll trust you.
Oh man, and yeah, people thought we were like we still had some makeup on, and like we were both wearing Ashley's makeup looked so good on set. She had massive cyber goth like black and lime green makeup. It looked so good, and we both like when we wiped our face off, we just did it like half-ass. You know what I mean? Like we were just done, and we're walking through this parking garage. Like all we're thinking about is food. We just want food, and everyone's like, "Are you guys actors?" And Ashley's like, yeah, kind of, something like that. Where's Buffalo Wild Wings?
It's like, don't worry about it. They're like, oh yeah, we just got done. We're actors too. And I was like, okay, thank you.
Okay, we just need some food. You know what I mean? We're just headed to go get some food. Yeah, it was so fun. So what was it like? You know, share your experience. Like that was your first legit film set. Like, what did it change
Honestly,
in your soul?
I love the energy. I love being able to like, I don't know. I can't explain it, but there's just like this spark where you're just like, I need to be behind the camera. Like you're like, I can do that. I could do that in one take. Thank you. All right, let's move on.
Well, you were like, even like they had so it was a green screen room. It was like a legit studio. Legit studio is huge.
Yeah.
They had a crane in there. If you're not familiar with like the crane system for like, you know, Universal or wherever like filming sets are, they're very expensive. I'm talking like thousands and thousands of dollars. This huge camera, like I was like, that camera alone's probably 20 grand. Then the lens alone is like 15 grand. And Ashley's like, I don't know. I'm just so obsessed with it. And you, so are you going to try to film? Are you going to try to get into it now?
I would like to, but I honestly don't know where to start.
Yeah.
That was my dipping my toe into the situation. So I will figure it out eventually. I would like to be behind though in film.
But we did talk, and I said, Ashley,
yes.
What do you know about paranormal? And she was, you guys, I was so impressed, okay? Because I'm like, I don't know her very well. Like, it's got to be a past life friendship between us because we just, like, instantly, like, that was it. And so I was like, so how do you feel about paranormal? Because, like, at this point, she doesn't know about Ghost Girl Diaries. She only knows about, like, the makeup stuff. And she's like, paranormal. She's like, you mean like Ed Gein and John Wayne Gacy? And I was like, you're hired. You are hired right now. Like, but you know the area where Ed Gein's like old school farmhouse was, right? How far is that?
I don't know. It's like a couple hours for me because I'm in Green Bay, but it's not. It's like a day's drive. It's not terrible.
Okay, so here's a question. Since you're a local to the Ed Gein lore, right? Is it a thing that people talk about, or like is it hush hush?
Nobody really talks about it. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about Dahmer. But it's because they kind of like, or like even Sybil, like we have a lot of interesting people that have come out of Wisconsin. And nobody kind of like...
You mean like cannibals? No, I'm just
it's winter. They get cold.
Yeah, right? You know, Ed Gein, you never know. He's like, I need a couple layers of skin, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so in other words, people in Wisconsin do not claim him. Is that what you're trying to say?
Not really. No, it's very talked about everywhere else, but not here. Like we know about it.
Yeah.
But
I know we were talking on set too, like a random story, and Ashley was like, yeah, I'm pretty much vegan. And I was like, yeah, me too. I was like, but I like cheese. And she's like, man, I'm from Wisconsin. I like my cheese, okay? She was like, the cheese here, you can get down on the cheese. And so is that true too?
Wisconsin cheese is very good. And they're honestly, most of the time it's either beer or cheese. So I don't drink, so I will get our delicious dairy.
Yep.
Cheese curds, fresh cheese curds, as long as they're squeaky, they are good.
I love it. So yeah, I have invited Ashley, hopefully, to film with us on set. And I think she would make an epic camera tech because she's like badass. And I love that she is her own person and her own personality. And she's like, you're like me, you're so fearless. And I love that. Because like even on set, when we had to do something, people would sort of like hesitate, and Ashley would be like, well, you better do it, or you better like go, you better just move, you know what I mean?
you're here to do something. Why be tentative now? It's the time to go for it.
So wrapping up, what's your overall opinion of your experience on set, and how did you feel about meeting Motionless in White?
Honestly, dream come true. And they were fantastic to work with. I would 100% work with them again. I feel like I'm kind of tainted to the film industry because they were such a wonderful experience to work with.
Yeah.
I'm going to have such a low bar because there's high bar, because it was fantastic. And it was fairly efficient too, for the amount of time we had.
Well, you did learn on set there's a thing called hurry up and wait, right? And that's where everybody shuffles you and they're like, okay, you got to do this really quickly, and then you wait for like 20 minutes and you're like, oh my god, I'm bored, what's going on? They were tiffing on set, and I was like, everyone's like, is this normal? I'm like, yep, it's normal. I fight with my camera tech sometimes. Like, it's totally normal. Like, yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of experiences on set. I have a true crime documentary dropping in December. I'm so excited about that. I can't wait to announce it. But that was one of the most pleasant, not just pleasant, but like fun experiences. And by the way, that was the very first music video shoot I've ever done. So I didn't know, I didn't know what to expect. It moves a lot faster. Like, I specialize in documentary film, but I've done other stuff too. But music video is like move, like, which makes sense because you're filming something that's literally like 4.5 minutes long max.
Yeah.
And you have to get things done really, really quickly and do it over again.
Yeah, and it was a great time. Everybody was super nice. I really can't say anything bad about the entire situation. The song has been, I could listen to that song on repeat all day, and I'm not going to say that I haven't yet.
Yeah, everybody needs to go to Motionless in White's YouTube page. You need to subscribe to their YouTube. You need to play Werewolf a lot, right? They were trending the first night at number 4. They were number 4. Yep. I was pushing it on social media too, trying to get people to rewatch it. We were both pushing it. And I'm sorry.
Everybody's like, it was so fast, I can't see you. And I was like, oh darn, that means you're gonna have to watch it again.
You can see you. I took screenshots of you.
Oh yeah, I took screenshots, but like a lot of people I know are not young in numbers. They were like, it moves so fast.
Oh, like older and older. Yeah. So you know what I got? Like, all of my friends were like, Krystal, you can tell something's wrong with you. And I was like, why? And they were like, you're the only one smiling in a graveyard. And I was like, yeah, I would be.
You can't see my face though. I was smiling just as big.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was great. And sorry, Chris, for making things weird. That was fun. What was wrong with me? Honestly, I don't know what was wrong with me.
No,
oh, God.
I think you're overthinking that. Chris is one for the dad jokes. He understands the awkwardness. So I think that was the perfect impression you could have made.
Oh, well, yeah, 100%. It will never be forgotten. It will be in the chamber of trauma for the rest of mine and his life, for that matter. You know what I mean? So it's great. Oh, yeah, you're right. Great. So yeah, Ashley, last question of the night. Are you down to film with us at some point?
Oh yes, 100%.
Oh my god, it'll be so fun. You have to wear the green dreads, okay? Like, that is like,
oh yes,
that's your persona now, man. And I wish people could have seen it. You're right, you got to upload more videos when you do it, or like pictures.
They were so grown out after I got back from Ireland, and my hairdresser had way too long of a wait to get back in. Yeah. So they will be back ASAP.
Yes, the dreads are so cool. So yeah, make sure you guys watch Werewolf. We're both in it. It was so much fun. Thank you to Motionless in White. Thank you to Chris Motionless for inviting us and allowing us to be a part of the project, because it was so much fun. Hopefully, even with the awkwardness, that I get invited back. Definitely Ashley. She didn't make it weird. I made it weird 100%. I just want to make sure you remember me. And
you remember.
Great. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for making me feel good. And of all people in the room, for Ashley to be the only one that witnessed everything is just like even more trauma. Like now Ashley and I have a trauma bond together that we'll never cease.
Oh yeah, I watched it.
Oh my god, it was so much fun. All right, Ashley, thank you so much for being here with us. You are a delight.
Thanks for having
I
me.
hope that you come back on again soon.
Oh, I would love to whenever you want me.
Yes, let's do it. Okay, we'll chat soon. Thank you, Ashley.
Okay. Bye, thank you.
Bye. All right, guys. So with the end of this podcast coming around, it was so much fun. I'm really glad that I got to be a part of the experience, even though I don't know what was wrong with me. I think, you know what I think it is? I take set life very serious. You know how I am with paranormal. You know how I am with my like career in general. And I was just like not trying to get like preoccupied with what was going on. I was like racing all over, doing all kinds of weird stuff. And so I was just trying to prioritize what I needed to do. And I made it weird in the process. It's great. You know what I mean? But it was so much fun. Hopefully we get invited back again. Make sure you guys go watch Werewolf and you, that's so cool. I got to be in a metal music video. Okay. That's one of the coolest things I've ever done in my career. And it was so amazing. Motionless White was so sweet. I got to meet all the members. Obviously, Chris was amazing. He's very sweet. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. So this will be uploaded as a podcast on all of our major streamers as normal. You can always find all of our podcast sources at ghostgirldiaries.com.
Back from the dead.